Very nice.
Uncle Nick. Oh, I mean, Uncle David's wife, Jody. Uncle Nick's wife.
I know who you mean.
Also, his wife is also named Jody, oddly enough. But all right.
Oh, that's right.
So welcome to the team call. What is the date? 21st. My goodness. This month has flown by. So I did not want to, we don't have like slides and all that stuff to go through today, but I did want to give a shout out to, is Nicole Cave on the call? Yes, she is. So if you guys have been around me for any length of time, you know that I'm always telling you guys to, do something to brighten somebody's day, just to like send a note or just those little things that you can do that are just like random acts of kindness, things like that. So it was like timing because I've been sick, and like a week before that, Nicole asked me for my address because she wanted to send me something. And then it was after I got sick that I finally got the package because I hadn't been home. And so I opened it up and she got me a coffee mug, and you guys know me and my coffee. But it says, all you need is love and Wi-Fi. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I loved it. And it's just those little things. Like if I was like a prospect or a customer or even like a discount coach, like imagine how I would feel that like, hey, there's somebody that's thinking about me out there, because it's just those little things that remind you, because most of the time for most people, you feel overlooked and unappreciated and all those things. So thank you again, Nicole. It really made my day.
Well, I will just say that you are very welcome. And I feel that you sometimes don't get the credit you deserve. So I know that you make a lot of sacrifices, and I know that you work 24/7. And when I was shopping and I saw that, I'm like, Jen Greenberg needs to have that, because she is always working her business no matter where she is or what she's doing. So as long as there's Wi-Fi, Jen will be working. So that's why you deserve that.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about that. And then the other thing, for those of you that are in the CDF Knockout Challenge, I am talking to Joel right now. So hopefully we'll get another live appearance from him coming up shortly. So I'm working on that. All right, so tonight we have an extra special treat because we get to hear from one of our very own family members tonight. And it's always, I remember the very first time that I talked on a team call, and I was super nervous, and I was like, what do I have to say? What value do I have to bring to the table that anyone else is going to really care to hear about, or that they haven't heard yet before, and all those kinds of fears. But we all have those fears, but you have to, the thing is that you have to just get over that, get out of your head, and realize that your story is unique, and your story and the obstacles that you've overcome are totally different than the next person's. And even if your story is similar to somebody else's, there's still those like specific things that are just particular to yours. And so that's why we always love to hear from everybody in the team, and just being able to hear just your story and how you've been able to grow your business, and the things that you've done to grow your business, the things that have been working in your business, and those kind of things. So Amber is somebody who started out, I believe, well, she'll probably share with you, but we're just really blessed and honored to have you share with us tonight, especially because you've had so much success lately, both in your fitness journey and your business journey. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Amber. And let's see. Actually, Amber, do you have slides, or are you just going to talk?
I did slides.
Okay, cool. All right, so let me make you a host.
If I could.
All right, so I just made you a host. So if you see down at the bottom, there's a button that says share screen.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, you can just click that and you can share your slides that way.
Awesome. Okay, it took me forever to figure out how to make slides. And I ended up having to go back and watch a video, like an old, can I move that? There we go. I had to go back and watch Oh my gosh, I want to move this again. An old team call so I could see the top up here, what it was. So, but I made it work. Can y'all see this right here?
Yes.
Okay, let me start from the beginning. Okay, there we go. Okay, great things never came from comfort zones. This is like my quote now. Like, I wish y'all knew me back in the day because I am nothing like I am now. I was all skittish and all that. Oh, if you don't know me, I'm Amber Eline. I've been a coach since August the 31st of last year. I totally sucked at it at first because I was terrified of everything, but I eventually got over it. Let's see, I started 21 Day Fix, and now I'm doing Quarter Force, and I was terrified of it, and I think that's going to be like my favorite program now. I messaged Jen and asked her if I could host a team call because her husband Michael did a video that said, if you want to step up your leadership game, you need to message Jen and tell her you want to host a team call. So I was like, okay, I'm on that. So I've done that. But I think one of the biggest things that helped me was the 21 Day Fix Biz Edition, which is still going. And I know Sarah posted it a lot and Carissa, and I forget who all else. But if you haven't tried that, I would highly recommend that because that is such a great little group and it keeps you on track. And one of the things in there is do something every day that's out of your comfort zone, which totally gives you confidence. And it's scary and it's like, and it's awesome. So anyway, as coaches, we're supposed to show everybody what to do. We're supposed to help people overcome their fears and help them be awesome and all that. And if we can't overcome our own fears, then we can't help them. So this first picture, I was miserable. I was on the couch all the time. We were traveling around the country. We would be in places for like 6 weeks at a time. We did like 34 states in 4 years, I think, is what it was. My husband traveled for work, and then me and the kids and the dogs and all that went with him. I was super shy, wouldn't talk to anybody. See somebody at Walmart, wouldn't talk to them, which now I'm the total opposite. I was scared of the dark. I was scared of everything. I tried all different stuff to lose weight. I tried Jimmy Craig. I tried Nutrisystem. I tried Weight Watchers and all that. I got P90X, and I was way too out of shape for that, and it didn't work and all that. I mean, I saw some results, but I couldn't physically keep up with it. So one day I was on Facebook and typed in Beachbody Coach, and Nicole popped up. So I liked her page, and then she sent me a friend request, and then I accepted it, and then she messaged me, and then I wasn't ready, so I muted her things, and she already knows this, and now I still feel really horrible about it, but I don't think I was ready then, is why I muted her little messages. But anyway, I unmuted them, did a clean eating challenge group, and then got started with 21 Day Fix. That first picture right there, I weighed 253. And then the second picture was after my half marathon, a month ago, a little bit over a month ago. So that is something that was totally out of my comfort zone and totally overcoming a fear, because before that day, I'd only done 2 5Ks. One was in October and November of last year, and then the other one was in May of this year. And didn't win either one of those, didn't even place anywhere near the front. But I wanted a goal that challenged me and that scared me. And anything with marathon in it terrifies the living crap out of me. But I did it. I signed up for it, done the little training thing. I got attacked by a chicken and tore my MCL, which is like your ACL, but on the other side. And I sprained my foot, both that in that training time. And I also got a cold a week or two before that race. But I finished, and I wasn't the last one that finished. And I did better than a lot of people that do the marathons every day. So that was like something I was super proud of, which is something I never would have done if it would have been for Beachbody. Like, you hear how Beachbody changes people's lives. Well, it really did change mine. And it totally, like, saved my life. I had high blood pressure, pre-diabetic, all that good stuff. And now I'm, like, super cool now. Health plus. So, anyway, I've had a crazy life. It's been ups and downs and everything and just totally crazy. And whenever things would get crazy, I would eat. Now, I like to run. I like to work out, which sounds weird to hear myself say that. But, like, back then, I didn't think I could do anything I set my mind to. And now I know I can. It's just making myself not procrastinate and get up and do it. So it's not the fear that's holding me back anymore. This quote right here, this is actually, I messaged Michael because he had looked at somebody's page and told them what they need to do to improve their page. So I messaged him and asked him if he would look at mine. And one of the things he told me was along these same lines, and it's, what you fear the most is what's holding you back. So, and I am terrified of rejection. I'm afraid everybody's going to realize I'm not cool and I'm totally awkward and I'm just this weird person that nobody will like. So I don't want, like, I don't know. I'm just, like, super crazy, and I'm afraid people are going to realize how crazy I am and, like, be scared off and not like me and all that. But I'm working on that, and, like, I realize the more I'm myself, the more people like me, which is weird because they like things I don't like about myself. Like, people like my accent, and I hate my accent. Like, I wish I had, like, a British accent, but that's totally weird. Okay, so getting over the fear of rejection. If you have read the book Go for No, that book is a total game changer. I'd heard about it a lot, and then Nicole sent it to me, and I read it, and, like, getting no's now isn't as bad. So, like, it helps. Like, the more no's you get, the closer you are to a yes. So if I get a no, then that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It used to just totally break my heart, and I would, like, go to bed and do it. So, something else that I think is a major cause of fear is not being in control. So, if you think about things in the situation that you can control, that helps a lot. Fear of the unknown is a total still fear of mine. And I research stuff. Like, whenever we went to the Arch in St. Louis, I'm claustrophobic and I'm afraid of heights, which the Arch is not the place to go for that. So before we went, I, like, researched everything about, like, that Arch can withstand an earthquake. I forget how big of an earthquake. It was, like, pretty high because there's been earthquakes there that made me go backwards. So I, like, researched all the safety stuff about it, made sure there was, like, stairs back and forth and all that. Let's see. Also, this is crazy, but something that helps me is I imagine the worst case scenario. Like, this call, I was so scared whenever Jim messaged me, and I was like, holy crap, what have I done? So I thought about the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is I would forget what I was saying, start crying, and just, like, totally lose it. If I did that, everybody would still message me and tell me I still done great and all that. If I totally rock it, then everybody's like, oh, you rocked it. You did great. So this scenario is the same. Either way, y'all still tell me I done great. Y'all still love me. Everything's still good. So, I had this right down, so I skipped over it. Fear of rejection with friend requests. I've noticed a lot of people are afraid to send friend requests. And my thoughts on that are, if you send a friend request, the worst case scenario is they're not going to accept it. And if they don't accept it, you're in the same place you are now. There is no reason not to send out friend requests. Unless you send out so many, you get in Facebook jail, which I've done. So don't send out to me. I think it's like 20 a day. I think I read somewhere, but I'm not exactly for sure. Okay, let's see. Okay, God never gives you a dream that matches your budget. He's not checking your bank account, he's checking your faith. This, like, we're supposed to dream big and make all this stuff happen and all that, and we have to do things that scare us. So when something scares you, you might as well embrace it and enjoy that fear, because use it to your advantage. Like, if something scares you, then you should go for it even more. Imagine what other people would do. Like, if you wake up in the morning and you are just a regular coach, you're not emerald, you're not diamond, you're not anything. Imagine what you would do if you were a star diamond coach. Imagine what Jen Greenberg does. Imagine what Bonnie Engel does, Lindsay Matway, Scotty, everybody. Just think about what they would be doing and do that. If they make a live video, make the live video. It's terrifying the first few times, and I still get nervous doing them, but it's not as bad as it was. Like, I actually don't mind them, and I sometimes even like them, because if it's something that scares me, after I get over with it, I get this huge adrenaline rush, and that makes me feel like super happy. So, what is, you have to figure out what's holding you back and what you want and all that. And, like, let me see how to say this right. Okay, like, I want to get out of my goal weight. And Jim put up this quarter force thing, and I was terrified of it. Like, super terrified of it. Like, it's not my thing. I'm not aggressive or anything. But she said Joel was going to be in the group, and I thought that would be cool. And then I totally not like myself and like a total badass, which was awesome. And it still terrified me, but I'm going to head and send in my video group, and I did it, and I got in. And since I've been doing it, I actually feel like I can, like, handle myself. And, like, if somebody was to ever, like, come after me, I think I could take care of myself. Like, without pulling a gun on somebody or anything, I think I could just, like, hand-to-hand beat somebody down. Which I might not could, but I feel like that. Like, I feel like whenever I go to New Orleans next year, I'm not going to have to worry if my husband's with me. I can take care of myself, and I'm just going to be awesome. So that's something else that comes from going out of your comfort zone, is you get super confident. Like, something else, I had never, ever, I don't think there was that many pictures of me on Facebook before I started losing weight. The first week I'd been on 21 Day Fix, I put my weight on Facebook. And that, like, I about pissed myself. I was so scared doing that. So, like, I mean, you can actually, like, get such a rush from going out of your comfort zone and just doing things you didn't think you could do. Because, it was bad. Like, I had fat rolls everywhere, which I still have fat rolls, but they're not as big. And, like, it was just bad. Like, I looked pregnant, but I wasn't pregnant. So, people have asked me what caused me to gain weight. It was sitting around in motel rooms a lot. I had a tumor that ended up being non-cancerous, so I had a hysterectomy, which caused me to gain weight. And I have hypothyroidism, which makes your thyroid totally out of whack. But anyway, I ramble a lot too, I've noticed. And then I get tickled at myself, and then I just start laughing. If you've ever watched my live videos, you can see that, and you can see the ADD in there too, because I'll just, like, totally see something and start talking about it, like I'm doing now. Anyway, yeah, you just have to do these things that terrify you. Like, today I posted a picture of me in a sports bra and shorts. And I was, like, so proud of myself for doing that, because I don't show my stomach, because I have, like, extra skin and stretch marks and all that. And then I was so proud of myself. And then I looked at it on my phone, and you can't even see my stomach. And I was like, I was so proud of that for nothing. But if you're on the desktop, you can see it. But if you're on, like, the phone, you can't see it. And my husband was like, I don't see what the big deal is. And I was like, click on the picture. And then he clicked on the picture. He's like, oh my gosh. So you have to do things that aren't you if you want to grow. Like, you're never going to do anything if you stay in the same place. If you don't, like, courage is like a muscle. If you don't use it, you'll lose it, I guess, is best. Basically the best way to explain. Now I'm getting all tongue-tied because I'm still nervous. But I'm trying not to be. But let's see. Let's switch to the next one. Okay, you have to want it more than you're afraid of it. Like, it's scary trying to lose weight. It's scary doing these moves that you've never done. It's scary eating weird things that you never thought you would, that you can't even pronounce sometimes, like quinoa. I thought was quinoa for the longest time. My idea of healthy was the lean cuisine little meals, or the Nutrisystem foods you get in a box, and I would like lay the hot sauce to them because they were horrible. And it was just bad. Just don't ever try Nutrisystem. But so what do you want so bad that you would do anything to get? I want my family to be healthy. I want to be healthy. I want to be here for my kids. Whenever they were younger, I was too fat to play with them. Like, I would literally sit on the couch, watch TV, do puzzles. I love puzzles. So there was always a puzzle going on. My kids would have Nerf wars, and I couldn't run with them or anything like that. And now I'm pretty good at Nerf, good at shooting. So there's like so much to gain from just not being afraid, or even if you are afraid, using that fear and growing from it. And like, it's kind of like an adrenaline junkie, I guess. And you want to, like, every day, I guess it's the business edition group is like stuck in me. Every day I feel like I need to do something that scares me. It doesn't have to be business related. If it's just talking to people in Walmart, like, sometimes I still get nervous talking to people, but if I don't talk to them, I'm still in the same place. If I do talk to them, it could be like the best person ever. It could be like some old man that's a millionaire and doesn't have any family members and is going to leave all his money to me. It could be like something crazy like that, or it could be like a future customer or somebody that could lead to a customer. You never know. But I've noticed a lot of people have realized that I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I've noticed that people are like responding to me being me and not trying to be perfect or fake or anything. So, like, what I do is imagine your best life and what all it encompasses. Like, there was a National Wake Up Call, and she was talking about her dream thing. And she was talking about going out on the patio, and she was talking about she had a big old pot of chili on the stove, and she could smell it and hear it bubbling and all that. And before then, I just, like, whenever you do your visualizations, if you do the Miracle Morning, which you should be doing because it's awesome, you imagine what you want. And before, it was just like a picture in my head. And now it's like she said, except for it's not chili. It's like there's steaks on the grill. I can smell them. I can hear them. I can hear the dogs playing. And it's just like you have to, like, smell the grass outside and all this. And it, like, helps with visualization. It helps make stuff come true. Like, I'm a total believer what you put out really happens, because it's just crazy the stuff that's happened to me. Side note about that. How I got the money for Beachbody Coach, and Nicole's heard this story before, which is totally crazy. And if I didn't believe in God before, I would definitely believe in God after this. Whenever I got the 21-day fix, it was 160. My husband had got laid off. We were back home. He was making chump change compared to what he made before. We were going to have $10 left after we paid our bills. So he was working for this guy, and the guy gave him the checks to hand out to guys. So one of the guys Chuck worked with, Chuck's my husband if you didn't know, was always late. Like, it was crazy how much, like, this dude would never be on time for anything, like 30 minutes late at least. So we get to the store, and Chuck was like, why don't you go in and get us a couple of drinks? And I'm like, okay. And I told Nicole I was getting it that day, and I was totally freaking out because I was going to have to let a bill slide or let her slide. And I realized that clean eating was the way to go, and that was going to change my life. So I didn't want to let Nicole slide, so I was trying to figure out which bill to let go. So I go in there, get us a couple of drinks, stand there, see the lottery tickets, and I suck at lottery tickets. Like, I never, ever win. So I got this lottery ticket, go out to the card, forgot all about it. And Chuck was like, did you get a lottery ticket? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, why? You never win. Oh my gosh, it says it's going to end in 10 minutes. Okay, I'll hurry. So anyway, got the lottery ticket. It was $150. And like, I was like, oh my God, this is the money that we needed for me to get this. And I was freaking out. And Chuck was like, well, you prayed for it, didn't you? And I was like, yeah, but God doesn't use lottery tickets, which is our little saying now, is God doesn't use lottery tickets. But he did. So that's the money to be a Beachbody coach and be my awesome self now. Okay, so imagine your best life. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So the things that are positive is you get, even if you just do something small, you're still going to be so much more confident. You're going to rock whatever you do. Plus, it's just like a huge like adrenaline rush, and it's awesome. And like, you should just try it. And I did a call to action because I'm so proud of myself for doing that, because you always see the big coaches doing the calls to action. So I wanted this to be like awesome. Okay, make a list of fears that are holding you back. Like everything, like if you're afraid of talking to people, if you're afraid of inviting, write that on a list. Then do something every day to help you cross the fear off. If it's like, the more times you do stuff, the easier it gets. Like if you're afraid of inviting, invite like 10 people a day instead of just 3. And it gets easier. And then after you are not as afraid, start inviting 20. The more people you invite, the more no's you're going to get, which is going to get you closer to a yes. And finally, be your awesome self, because nobody else is you. Like, people get stuff from my story, and they won't get anything from somebody else's story. Like, I had one of my coaches tell me that if I would have been skinny from the get-go, she would not have bought anything for me because she wouldn't know it worked. So you have to, like, put yourself out there. You have to do things that scare you, and you have to just let everybody see that you're not perfect and that you have flaws and that you're just this hot mess, and they still love you for it. Like, they love you more because you're more relatable and all that. And I guess that's it, because we are running out of time. So, ooh, there's like chat stuff. I'm sorry, I didn't see the chat stuff. How do I do this? Okay, if I do I do stop share? Okay, did that work? Okay. Oh, thank you guys. See, that's what I was talking about. Like, even if I would have totally blew, y'all would still tell me I was awesome. So, like, it's just, I don't know. I just love this group. Like, it's like my new family.
Totally blown it. You guys would have said I was awesome. So do you guys have any questions or anything for Amber while we have her? What? Oh, Mike said he has a question. What was it?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, never mind. He didn't.
I will say something as Amber's upline coach. I think it is amazing. You know, if you've been following her physical transformation, she has had this amazing transformation. But the great thing about it is she's also had a complete personal transformation. And, you know, we hear coaches who have had physical transformations, or some that have had personal development transformations, personal transformations. Amber is the epitome of both, literally, because as she had shared with us, not only was she physically where she just was on the couch all day, she is doing things she never ever thought or never ever dreamed of doing. And it's because of Beachbody. It's because of coaching. It's because of the things that she's learned to read her personal development that has changed her life, that has changed so many others, that has built, her self-esteem, her worth, her value. And so I think it's just really awesome that she's been able to have the best of both with coaching. And as she said, guys, it's all about facing your fears, being honest with yourself, and doing those things daily to get out of that comfort zone and do things that make you uncomfortable, because that's where the change comes in and that's where the growth comes in. So props, Amber.
Thank you.
Love it. All right. Well, we're almost out of time, but Amber, do you have a favorite PD book that you can recommend that has helped you with your fears?
Go for No is great about getting over rejection.
Mm-hmm.
That and it's super short, and I read it in an hour or two because it's like this, and I like the style of it because it's not like you need to do this, this, and this. It's like a story, which is great. My favorite personal development book of all time probably is Miracle Morning. So if y'all haven't read that, that's a total life changer. Even if you're not a coach, just to be a better person, that book is totally amazing.
Yeah, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. I've actually started sending that to my challengers as well, and that's been a really cool little gift. Did you read the regular one, Amber, or the one for network marketers?
I read the regular one, and I've also got the one for families because it was like 99 cents a while back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been meaning to look at the one for families.
That's pretty good. I haven't finished it yet, though. But what I read, I'm over halfway finished with it. I'm not all the way finished with it, though.
With which one?
The one for families.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, hello, Rod. I feel so sorry for him. He's been doing his little videos. And what gets me is he's so young, too.
Weeks.
I thought he was an old dude, but.
Oh, I know. He is super young. When I read the book, I was picturing an older person as well for some reason. I don't know why. So, all right, guys. Well, remember this week is Thanksgiving, and what?
Make a goal with your families.
Make a goal with your families. About ending the year, having
They'll probably
your
want to
New
talk
Year's.
about Beachbody to avoid talking about politics.
Oh, Mike says they'll probably prefer talking about Beachbody over talking about politics. But also the Black Friday sale is going to be on Friday, so.
What is Black Friday?
You guys know what I mean. They call it something else, but so that's coming up. And, make sure that I know a lot of you guys are staying on track with your core-to-course meal plans on Thanksgiving and stuff. And that's a great opportunity to say, I understand that eating and going and doing what I want to do on Thanksgiving, it's not going to really change. It's hard to do. It's easy to do, easy not to do. But I'm doing it because I want to do it. I'm doing it because I have a group that's holding me accountable. And, we're all doing this together to be stronger and things like that. And it's just a great opportunity to share why you're doing it and just to kind of inspire and share that you can still enjoy yourself without having marshmallows and carrot cake and chocolate fudge cake. Not that I'm looking at any of those things right now. So anyways, guys, have an awesome week. And remember, we have so much to be grateful for. And that's all I have for you right now. So thank you again, Amber. We loved hearing from you. You're amazing and we love you. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, don't forget to make sure you're checking out those recipes on Fixate too, on Beachbody On Demand, on the Fixate cooking show. They have a ton of Thanksgiving stuff on there. So that's another great way to talk about Fixate. All right. That was it for real that time.